You're listening to Snippets from the Summit with your host, Scot McKay.
All right, how's it going, gentlemen? This is your main man, Scot McKay, coming at you again with another Snippet from the Summit as part of the Mountaintop podcast from X&Y Communications. Guys, before we get rolling today, I want to let you know about a brand new $15 program that I've just produced for you called Shy Women and Quirky Chicks. Now, let me tell you something. The secret here is this little program's really not just about shy women and quirky chicks. It's really about every other woman besides women at LA bars and clubs. See, I figured out most guys don't really want a woman who's destined to be their future ex-wife. Beautiful and sexy, yes, but also a woman who's good, decent, and treats you right. A lot of the shy and quirky women are exactly that woman out there, and they're kind of flying under your radar, aren't they? Well, until now, there's been zero about how to find them, meet them, and attract them. Well, I got your back. And like I said, it won't break the bank. It's only $15. Shy Women and Quirky Chicks. Good bonuses there, too. Check them out. That's at mountaintoppodcast.com. Let's make it /shy, S-H-Y. And indeed, guys, based on the pickup artist content that we had out there for years and years, the expectation for a lot of us guys is that every woman's going to be kind of like that statuesque, snobby girl at an LA club in a little black dress. So this is for every other woman out there other than her who you would actually really get along with, really be attracted to, and have a great life with. mountaintoppodcast.com /shy. So, speaking of defying expectations, let's get on to the topic of today's snippet from the summit. Gentlemen, we hear about a 50-year-old guy who has a 20-year-old girlfriend, and what do we imagine? Well, be honest, right? We're thinking about some guy who's a middle-aged dude, and you know what? He's robbed the cradle, and he's got this hot chick who's the object of every young man's desire, right? You know, maybe you might even have that stereotypical LA club chick in your mind at this very moment even. Well, let me tell you about my friend's stepdad way back in the day. He was probably 20 years my friend's mom's senior. He was a pretty normal guy. Now, before you get ready to give this guy a big high five in retrospect, let me tell you about my friend's mom. She's not who you're picturing. She's actually not very attractive at all. Matter of fact, I bet she hadn't turned heads ever. So see, a lot of guys who are 50, 60, 70 years old, older, get a woman who's a lot younger, but the woman they're with kind of defies the stereotype because, frankly, she's not all that hot. She's not all that much of a catch. Maybe she doesn't even treat the guy right? Well, that's where we're focusing today. Lately, I've been talking a lot about stereotypes, and indeed, that new program I just did for you on shy women and quirky chicks is right on point with that. And for sure, there's a lot to talk about here relative to the older guy with the younger woman. Another key stereotype is that of the old sugar daddy with a young sugar baby on his arm. Now that seems super transactional, right? And for sure, another thing I've been talking about a lot lately is how we need to get back to real connection with women rather than just having these super transactional relationships. These sugar daddy, sugar baby relationships would certainly fit that description. Now, gentlemen, while I'm the first to say that any relationship between consenting adults over 18 where there's an age gap is really nobody else's business but that of the two people involved, I also can't underscore enough that age gap or not, whoever the woman is you're with, whoever the woman a 50, 60, or 70-year-old guy is with, always has to be the right woman. Now, no kidding. If you're an older guy with a young chick who happens to be pretty easy on the eyes, you'll get your props, even if that's only before they actually get a load of her. But again, no matter what someone else's opinion is, it shouldn't matter either way. As long as you and her are compatible together, you get along, and you make a good couple, hey, you know what? Stereotypes be darned, other people's opinions be darned. Go and do your thing together, be happy, live long, and prosper. Now, all of that said, the point here isn't the older guy and the younger woman, is it? After all, maybe an older woman, someone older than you, will really do it for you. And maybe a younger woman who you introduce into your life will happen to be an old soul, and everybody will pretty much think she's 5 or 10 years or maybe more older than she really is. No matter what, gentlemen, the age gap really doesn't matter. It's all about whether she's compatible with you and vice versa. As always, it's about being a better man who gets better women, deserving what you want, and the two of you being right for each other. Want to talk about this or anything else? Scot at mountaintoppodcast.com. Be good out there.
As always, visit mountaintoppodcast.com for more.